Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from group 3. We will discuss about how to read and get most out of a journal article. And the group member, ALFATHMY, MELAN, DELI, Shilfa, Rahayu, and SUNDARI. And the first slide will be explained.
Okay, I will to explain about journal article. Journal article are read by researchers of students for various reasons, but mainly for reviewing for conferences, classes, research projects, simply to keep up with the latest developments in one field of interest. Hanson and McNair state that by learning how to react to what we read to acquiring certain techniques and adapting them into our everyday life. There are three main ideas that must be passed to reach the purpose of reading. First, give a reader a general idea about the paper. Two, help to grasp its content. And then the last one allows one to understand an article in depth. Okay, that's all for me. Next, Sundari.
Okay, I will continue with the next slide. There are 5 simples of the first pass that the reader have done. The first one is read the title, abstract, and introduction with care. Second one is ignore everything apart from the session and subsession headings. The next one is go through all the available mathematical or statistical content to determine the underlying theoretical foundations of the paper. And the fourth one is go through the conclusion. And the last one is browse over the references and mentally tick the ones you've read already. Next slide. Now there are 5 categories when we are done to do 5 simple steps of the first pass. The first one is category. It tells about what type of paper is this. Is it an experimental study, a combined analysis of previous studies, an introduction of a new methodology? The second category is context. It tells us about which other literature papers is it related to, what were the theoretical basis that were used to analyze the problem. And the third category is correctness. It tells us about are the assumption valid. And the next one is contributions. It tells us about how does the paper contribute to the existing scientific understanding. And the last category is clarity. And it tells us about is the paper well written and easy to understand. That's all from me. Back to the moderator.
Okay, the next discussion.
Next is the second pass, reading into the paper more in depth, but omit details such as proofs. At this stage, it is important to catch up 2012. There are 2 points, and the first is examine presented figures, diagrams, and other illustration by paying special attention to graph. And then the second is don't forget to mark references you find relevant. Next slide, please. Next is the third and the final pass is helpful for readers who need to fully apprehend the contents of the paper, as in the case of manuscript reviewers. And according to Keshaf 2012, the third pass can take for 3 to 5 hours for beginning and up to 1 hour for an experienced reader. Okay, that's all for me. Back to moderator.
Masih mute, Ami. Okay, explain with Sundari.
Okay, for the conclusion, we can conclude that this approach is not only useful to help us out in becoming mindful and effective readers, but also when doing literature research. And then these papers or this website are devoted not only to increasing our effective reading ability, but also to know more about various research skills. And we can get useful tips on not only how to read, but also how to write good papers. Okay, that's all for our group. Thank you. Um,